Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to Let's Play Call of Cthulhu. I like the works of H.P. Lovecraft quite a bit, that's why I'm LPing this. But Call of Cthulhu especially, that one for me is... it's form over function, but it's a rare case for me where the form is just so good that I can ignore the story it's telling, which is not necessarily his best work. The prose is something that I've always deeply loved. That being said, this is not based on the short story Call of Cthulhu, but rather the tabletop RPG, which is more like a general Cthulhu mythos-themed thing rather than an adaptation of a specific short story. So, Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency Bastion. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He's now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him through his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Yeah, enter madness, sure. If I'm mad, it's mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. You know, I am really sad that this is a Call of Cthulhu game that does not begin with the first graph of Call of Cthulhu. Because it's the best thing in... it's the best prose in all of Lovecraft's writing. Been hearing very mixed things about this. My first hour with it was, fantastic. Although I do find the fog effect in here ridiculously weird. I can't put my finger on why. It moves in an it's... oh, it's not bound to the camera, it's bound to the character. That's why. It's got some nice disemboweled fish parts. Then this was locked. That's the other side. Counter darkness. Oh, yeah, okay. You have to light some stuff up. Reminds me of Silent Hill. Oh, E is... okay. I'm gonna get a better look around. I don't know if I really looked at the rest of the cove last time. There's not too much. Just like redolent with evil. You can smell the evil in this place. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, look at this. What even is that? It's ridiculous.
What a putrid offering.
That's a mutilated shark. Oh, more than a mutilated shark. Straight eviscerated.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Aw, Daddy Cthulhu chose us. We're special.
Behold.
Thanks, Eldritch Daddy.
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oh, I really do love that visual of the eyelids fused over the eyes.
I hate whiskey. I wonder why I still take these things.
I was prescribed these when I returned from the war. Swore they would put an end to the nightmares. Their effect has been wearing off. That's why you gotta add extra laudanum. It doesn't work unless there's a double dose of heroin up in there.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. When you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Oh hey, Prohibition news clipping.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Nah, why? I'm gonna turn this off real quick.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Oh, that was the trigger to move forward. Fierce Investigation Agency. It takes place in 1924. Doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams. They talk to me. They understand. They're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Oh, yes, and then we have this. This is our talent tree. And this is just kind of an older school RPG system where everything is based around investigation and spotting things and conversation. So let's see. Spot hidden seems really good. Psychology and investigation. I kind of want to focus on this half of things, and then medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Okay, so I can't level these up directly. I only need 2. I have no CP. Then we have sanity. Let's just look through all this real quick. Mental trauma. My current sanity status is stable. I'm confident in my abilities and my Cartesian mind. I conduct my investigation by sticking to the facts. Your convictions and perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. I wonder if this is Eternal Darkness style sanity effects. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War where he took part in the... Oh no. Oh, you're gonna get me to speak French, huh? In the Moussaron offensive. Shit. He's one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire, forced to hold their position for several days surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades without food or medical supplies. The soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills. Then we just have a whole lot. But we start with this little bit of baggage. Darkwater. Don't have information on that yet. Lost Battalion. 10/7/18. Wait, no, that can't. Yeah, okay. Alright. We'll get around to you, phone. There's still more to... I just want to look at.
Since I've slept in a bed.
Also, I think this is the voice actor from Vampire people were
I used to be an
pointing
avid
out.
reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had closed. Wait, is this new?
I used to be an avid reader.
Okay, I thought something new had flashed open after I examined that the first time. Alright, phone. Chill.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce? private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh, here we go. This is where I can finally level some of this up. So I only need 2 to get this up to level 3, which that seems super valuable. I'm not going to dump everything into that. Yeah. Then can I level anything up with just 2? Nah. So we'll hang on to those. And validate. 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 Damn you. Do I have to spend all of them? Let's see. Yep, I have to spend them all.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay, so I didn't notice this before, but are we on a boat? There's the passive sound of floorboards creaking even when I'm not moving, and then on the phone, there was an awful lot of swaying. Is this just a boat detective agency?
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family.
Alright, so we have a shipping label. Some of it's unreadable. Can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36 Darkwater. Police report it says the fire started in the dining room. Claim the whole family. Police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? Press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, businessman from the island of Darkwater. Wow, what? That's... Isn't that an old cartoon, The Pirates of Darkwater? And it's no less on the nose now than it was then. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Okay. So, police are covering this up. Cool. Diary. Doctor Kamal repeating. No. Okay, no. Again, hear voices in my dreams. They're different, unknown. Ancient depths. Yep, we got that. Strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins short while before her tragic death. Sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she's the sender. He brought me the painting so I could examine it. Thought we would get some more, I don't know, pertinent information.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Well, she painted a squid man I saw in my dreams. This one is the investigation or professional option. Oh, this is... Oh, no.
Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Thought that was like the pursue a different branch of questioning.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Yeah, she was painting eldritch bullshit that I've seen in my dreams. Am I gonna bring that up? Read about her mental fragility, you're asking the wrong guy. Where'd she live? Yeah, sure.
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I'm so upset that there wasn't a period after Mr.
I'm a private investigator, not an art critic.
I guess you're not as clever as you think, then. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
There's some real incongruity present in the fact that you still have the ability to say some of these things after making certain other statements or drawing other conclusions. Like, it's weird that we can walk it back to this after basically going, yeah, you know what? There is something off about all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right.
Yeah.
It came with Sarah's last painting.
We getting anything
And you think
new?
your daughter could have been the sender?
Yeah.
That is what you must find out.
God damn it.
Go to Darkwater.
I thought because it
Find
wasn't grayed
Warehouse
out.
36.
Nope. I thought because it wasn't grayed out, there was a follow-up.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
God, where is
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Jesus.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Did he really have to lay me low?
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Oh, where was that line of dialogue that drove me insane when I streamed this for Halloween? The one where he mispronounces macabre. Macabre. Oh, God.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
It's a very macabre little island that's been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. Don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. Okay? A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts. They done caught a deep one.
Go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
They done caught a deep
Natural
one.
Sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
And thought it was a whale. Oh yeah, this was, I drank the whiskey last time and got a message that it would affect my destiny, so it made no mention of whether or not it would be a positive or a negative, but, you can probably infer the learning of medicine. Cool. All illnesses known in the civilized world. Symptoms and suitable treatment. Published by Pliny the Elder.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Got a touch of the polio? Well, you can get some mustard seeds, grind them up with fresh roadkill, and just make a poultice. That'll cure what ails ya. That'll cure the polio. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation.
Almost there.
We're back to Boston. I promised I'd never return to the harbor. Oh, the Scylla is still... I don't know if that's a great name or a poor name. Naming your boat after a gigantic sea monster of myth. Seems like it's inviting trouble. Especially, you know, with the deep ones.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island. Mr. Pierce.
Welcome to Darkwater,
Why,
hahbah.
thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you.
Bah.
As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
The hahbah.
If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Yeah, we'll look around the docks probably next time. For now, we're going to appreciate a few things, like how just deeply cursed this whole place is, and that it's called Darkwater, which just, it adds a coefficient to the hauntedness. But also, look at this sleepy fishing hamlet on an island off the coast of New England. Toe to tip, that's a Lovecraft story. Yeah, that's played remarkably straight. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.